This segment is sponsored by the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency. Join us in preserving and protecting Tennessee's wildlife.
Countman will start strutting up here in a minute.
Man, I got the fever. You got the fever too,
it's
don't
time,
you?
man. Yeah, I'm excited. It's been, I've had calls all day today. I'm sure you have all week too. And people call me and talking about birds they've been seeing, and they've got this one roosted and that one roosted. So it's an exciting time. You know, everybody's fired up and ready to get in the woods this weekend. It's going to be a little rainy, but I mean, it'll be all right.
It'll be a little rainy on Saturday, and Saturday might be a wash. I'm not sure, because, boy, they sure showed a lot of green coming down.
There's some coming at us, for sure.
There's some coming. So Saturday might be a wash, but get up, go to church on Sunday, and then Sunday afternoon, stroke on out there a little bit, and you might find them in the corner of a field somewhere.
They'll be out there drying.
They'll be out there trying to dry off. And so, I do want to say, you know, we just had another NWTF banquet, very successful banquet, and I want to remind everybody, the NWTF is kind of partnered with TWRA, and if you've been noticing, there's been some decline in the turkey populations around Middle Tennessee and West Tennessee, especially. You've been seeing some declines. Well, they are working on that. I know that the NWTF just gave a grant of $250,000 to Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency to investigate and learn why we're having this decline. And I think that's an organization that all of us can support.
It is.
And the NWTF, so if you hear of an NWTF banquet going on, please attend. You know, you can get a one-time membership for like $35.
$35,
and then a meal ticket's $15 per person.
And then after that, first time you can just go get your meal ticket once you have your.
That's it. That's it.
And, we go to several of them. I've started going around to them with Randall Haley quite a bit, and trying to meet up with him at some of the different events. And we've had a good time. Every one of them we've been to.
Every one of them I go to, I have a good time, and I see friends that I hadn't seen in a while usually, and that's why I want to kind of hype on it a little bit. If you get an opportunity, go. You know, $35–40 that you put into it. If you love turkey hunting, it's well worth it.
It is.
We're trying to find out what the decline is from, and plus they go and trap. You know, say Rutherford County's got an overabundance. They'll go trap some out of Rutherford County and take them over here to Dixon County that might not have as many. So they're constantly working on that. Guys, that takes money. It takes gas, it takes money, it takes food, it takes everything. Manpower. So we got to help support the resources we like to hunt.
Yeah.
So we got a caller. And caller, go ahead.
Hey, Hugh.
Yeah.
Hey, Brandon. Thanks for the film. This is Benny down here in Columbia.
How are you doing?
You guys, I ran into the researchers down here on Denali. They got some birds tagged.
Yep.
They're following them. And I talked to the lady.
It is a woman.
University from Tennessee.
Yes.
And she was using the radar thing there, the signal, finding them. And then I seen her another day, so I stopped and talked to her. And the birds are doing good. They're not on the nest yet. The hens hadn't started nesting. She said. I said, well, last count I had, she hadn't counted them. They won't let them go in there during hunting season to check on the birds because the kids were down.
Right.
But I've counted them in the past, and there was about 40 birds 2 years ago. Then there's about 25, maybe about half that a year ago. And I didn't go last year because I was sick, but I went with Brandon and them on their hunts on them films.
That's right.
Which was nice, but they are researching. They're out there. They got the University of Tennessee trucks on the side of their truck.
Yeah, they're trying to figure it out.
They're trying to figure out the problems.
Yeah.
Yep, just what you said there. And Brandon, next time a bird walks out in front of that blind, don't want to stop. You know what to do. You got Sergeant York here.
That's what I'll do. I will, Sergeant York him. I'm ready to get one this weekend. I had Emery chasing them all weekend. We tried hard. We got mighty close a couple times, but we need them in pretty close for at 410. So we didn't get to let one fly yet, but we're going to here real soon.
Early season, you need to use that wing right there. You be the first bird to fly down. Like
that's true.
Oh, yeah.
That's true. That's now, right. I just use my hand.
Oh, yeah. I've used my hat, my hand.
Oh, yeah. I've used my hat before, but I mainly just use my hand and hit my chest, and it sounds just like one.
It does.
Which hand you using there? I see that cast.
Yeah, I can't do this. This might knock me out. I might slip and knock myself out.
Thank you. Have a good night.
See you later.
And Robin, how can we help you?
Yes, sir.
How can we help you, Robin?
Yes, sir. I'd just like to know for my man friend, he wants to know, he turned 65 April 9th, and he wants to know if he could get a lifetime hunting license and what it would cost him.
Okay, I know he can get a lifetime license.
He can. I believe it is. I think there's a $200 option and a $50 option.
Yeah,
depends on what he wants to do.
I believe.
His sister had said that he wouldn't have to pay once he turned 65, and he knew there was some kind of charge. So
yes, he'll still have to pay.
You still have to pay.
He can do an annual that's fairly cheap. It's around $10 or so if he wants to do it annually, and then he can do a lifetime. And there's two options on that, and it depends on whether he's going to be doing deer hunting or needing the Type 94 permits or not. There's a difference in some of the things they include. We'll see if you can get it pulled up here.
It's asking me all kinds of questions.
We'll get so many questions about the licensing.
I'll tell you.
And 200 or it was 300.
Well, it's 200 is probably the one he's thinking of. It's $200, and that will cover your Type 94 permits and all sorts of things. I mean, that's the one that will cover whatever he wants to do.
I just wanted to confirm that it wasn't free or anything.
No, it's not.
No, he turned 65.
It's not. But once he gets it that one time, he'll be able to do it from then on.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Robin.
We watch you faithfully every week, y'all.
We appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
Have
a good night.
Bye-bye.
And we got Tim?
I believe so.
Tim, how can we help you tonight?
Hello?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
You?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Thank you, Hugh and Brendan. I really enjoyed your programs, especially
Thank you.
Those who rabbit hunting today. It really brought memories of my childhood.
Yeah, I thought that might bring some memories up for some people.
Yeah. They got called in earlier from Columbia, from Denali. It just so happened I'm from Columbia, and I live right, my land borders Denali, and I have a hunch that for the turkey population, we have a lot of coyotes. Yeah. I heard some turkeys right in below my place the other day, sitting on my living room couch. But nevertheless, Hugh, it's been about 3 years ago. I just want to pay you a big compliment. I called in about some litter being thrown in the backcountry out there in Hickman County, and my wife and I have been out there, and the difference in daylight and dark, it has really been cleaned up. So you have a father more than you may know. Thanks again, Brendan. You're going hunting with your kid there. That was really great.
That is nice.
Really, I just wanted to comment, but thank you for your program. You're doing a great job, and I'll be looking forward to seeing more programs for you too. And God bless. I believe that hunting and fishing, other than the church, is the greatest deterrent to crime for youngsters in the world. And thank you.
I agree.
Thank you. I agree with you totally.
Thank you, Hugh.
Thank you, brother. We appreciate you. And amen to that call. That's
the kind
one of those
like
amen calls right there. I love those.
That's right.
That's
Guys,
right.
It's time to go over and do this week's Tip of the Week for you. This week's Tip of the Week is being sponsored by Davidson Farmers Co-op. You can go see them right there on Dickerson Pike, right off of Bradley Parkway, or give them a call, 615-860-4774.
Brandon, I believe that the biggest tip we can give people right now is I get more calls and questions on decoys. A lot of people don't worry so much about the calling because they can do that in their truck or car or going to work or coming home, whatever. And they can practice that. But you can't practice decoys. And they don't think about it.
It's a trial and error
process.
process.
It is trial and error. And you got to, I'm going to be honest with you, you really got to be out there day in, day out, learning the mood of the flock you're after.
That's
now,
right.
this flock over here may be totally different than this flock over here. So you really got to check them out. And the great thing that I like to do, I mainly just use 2 to 3 hens. That's it. I rarely ever use a gobbler until later in the season. Later in the season, I might use a long beard. About middle of the season, I might use a Jake because Toms and Jakes fight. They love to fight. And I'll stick a Jake way out away from like 2 or 3 hens just to make sure that he sees that Jake, he'll come in there and hit him, then he knows he's going to win the harem of girls. So just to give you some things, think like an old gobbler would think. It is the best way I can put it. And if he's looking for hens and you're making nothing but hen calls, guess what? I'd be putting hens out.
Yeah.
You put up 1 alert and put 2 feeding will be your best scenario. 1 alert, because every flock you ever see, there's always 1 alert hen every time. So hope that helps.
That's right. Guys, we're going to take another quick break. When we come back, we'll have this week's recipe of the week for you and some more Southern Woods and Waters.